Hello, and what is going on, you guys? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Time to get ready to go for Season 2 in the first round of the 2022 series of Gran Turismo World Series. Nations Cup has arrived on Gran Turismo 7 to be starting up in the 3-day weekend. It's been so long since we have finished 6 rounds from the first season of the official 2022 series, but this part of the video segment by every time that we have been participate to go for the official online tournament event. But we have 4 championship events that we have to start out with the Nations Cup in round 1 on August 12, 2022 before Manufacturers Cup, and Porsche Esports Challenge USA will be scheduled to be on the same date by tomorrow until August 14 is going to be the round 6 of Toyota Gazoo Racing GT Cup to be at Fuji International Speedway for the 2020 GR Supra RC. Alright, let's go and participate to be on the first round, and we have the event schedule will be setting up automatically to be planned and organized. But we have 8 rounds in Season 2 by having some highlighted guests to have 2 racetrack is going to be announced. But there will be some different car classes will be labeled as well, so better make sure to keep an eye out before the next update will be scheduled later on before at the end of August. So right now, round 1 is going to be taking place at Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be on the full course by using the Radical SR3 SL 2013 is about to get ready to go for the second time since Fuji International Speedway for having another round from the one-make race. But of course it is because I did my best and doing some waiting time to be in the lobby according to the issue, so it'll have to make sure to have a full party with some more Gran Turismo players is going to be quite very excellent to take a full competition. But especially a 3-car showdown is very perfectly by any further chances to be on the patient time. So let's do this, get everything prepared by having a 10-lap challenge for the number of players up to 16 with a grid start with full start check will have to be well checked and ready to go. Usable tires will be set to be on hard compound is perfectly checked, prohibited on wide body and nitrous. But the BOP/tuning forbidden is going to be set to be on mid speed along with specified to be planned and organized according to the restrictions. Car used to be as garage car and event specific cars. So it's all set and good to go. Race settings is set to be prepared. Penalty setting is A-OK. Alright, now let's get ready to go and grab your SR3 SL 2013 with custom liveries or standard colors. But there is also to have one extra thing about the update by putting up the Michelin tire sticker to be as a sponsor made by Michelin. But it's going to get much excellent to have all kinds of different photo op souvenirs just like Gran Turismo Sport all over again. How wonderful is it to see some good news? But anyway, let's go and automatically to be on the BOP applied to be labeled in the mid speed trap to take a lot of practice to join in session and do the best while you can, viewers. Let's see some good best competition to start out in Season 2. But as always, if you're new to my YouTube channel, go and click the subscribe button, then leave a like and comment at the section down below. Check out the links on the description if you want to see more, and don't forget to click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos in the later future. Now it is time to get ready to start of Season 2 in the 2022 series Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. Let's begin. Looks like the gang's all here, you guys. Perfect time to start in Season 2 for the first round in the 2022 series. For today's temperature in Lake Lago Maggiore track circuit to be on the full layout, 77 degrees Fahrenheit, and we got some good drivers after spending with some qualifying work to go exactly in around 2 minutes 17 seconds to have this total time by the decimal depends on every Gran Turismo player goes hard and quicker whenever it takes. In about 20 seconds before the race begins, make sure to have 3 districts will be recognized by starting out in the center towards the east, and the west end session is going to be doing some best places to be on the landmark. Here we go, you guys. 5 seconds until the race will begin, and have a good competition time and go for the start. The time has come, ladies and gentlemen. The start of Season 2 in the Gran Turismo World Series 2022 series is about to begin. First up, we have some good drivers to be on board with the Radical SR3 SL to be on the grid. Here's Christos in first place, and Ben in second place, followed by myself in third place with the UDRS Insportec livery. Fourth place, we have Cycle Crowley is joining session to be on board. iCyclist is now entered in fifth place. Damage Plan 1 entered in position 6. 7th place we have JW27 is in session. Crazy ACN in 8th place. 9th place is Sota Faded is now welcome as well. And here's Didej in 10th place. Jedi X entered in position number 11. 12th place Gr.4 is now ready to go. Slug Slime has entered in 13th place. 14th place we have T-Bridge is now entered to be on the standard color. Strictly Ketchup in position number 15 towards the last. Expect instant replay in about 5 seconds to go for the grid start with false start check until gonna have to make a good perfect launch and get set and go for the pace. So let's do this, you guys. Going in to be at position number 3 for Team Insportec to take turn 1 is going to be doing some best proper clean racing line to do the best competition ever yet. Let's go underway and take turn 2 by the hairpin. Christos and M-Ben is now going in to take position 1 and 2 by having some very good awesome liveries. Stay on the line and go pack up the slipstream by taking a few chances by enter the straightaway. So now leaving the center district and get right back in to have that next turn to be entered to be on the east end. There you go. Looks like M-Ben is now getting up with some acceleration to be proceed onto the next corner to be at the right. First sector clear, moving on in sector number 2. But here it comes. Looks like Christos just barely slowed down by having a late braking until M-Ben has the opportunity to be going in by having a further chance to be on the side-by-side. Left turn is going to be quite coming in and do the few chance by the overtake, but there it goes. Looks like M-Ben is in the lead. Christos is now dropping down on to second place. Wonderful and very good outstanding run for M-Ben to take the lead. For also to have this instant replay is going to be quite turns out remarkable to see how M-Ben barely plays off by having a brilliant good strategy to see how he can do it and go for the first position to take the lead. Looks like Kraskios is now going to have to take position number 2 and get back in to stay in first place by the chance we'll have to take the glory. But in the meantime, Team UDRS Insportec has a very good close encounter opponent from position number 4. Cycle Crowley. Looks like challenge accept and take on in sector number 4 to be on the west end section of the track. Going hard right, stay clean racing. Christos and M-Ben are about to go right in to take the final turn to be down the hill. But looks like it's going to get much more excited to see how racers in the Radical SR3 SL 2013 is perfectly to be at the track-only car circuit to be on the first round ever since from test season 3 in round 2 at Fuji International Speedway. Well, of course it is, because I saved a video to be part to have a 3-car showdown is going to be more challenging and see which one is going to be the strongest. But now for the second time for Team UDRS Insportec to have a full party competition, that means 15 drivers will have to take the chance and go for the running competition to catch up to the top 5 racers who will have to keep getting up and build the mid-speed acceleration according to the BOP regulation. But there goes the contact. Looks like Christos is now going back to take the lead after M-Ben just barely took the contact onto the next turn before at the end of sector 1. But here it comes. Take the hard turn to be at the right, near at the east end. Christos is going to have to stay in first place while M-Ben switched up to go for the offense to do the same thing all over again since lap number 1. But here comes Team UDRS Insportec in the same SR3 SL 2013 to keep getting up and go for the slipstream by the acceleration to take that nice brilliant turn after leaving the east end session. Going back to be part of the center course layout, take the 400-meter run, keep it up, and going for sector 3 to take the hillside right corner turn to be at the west end. Down the hill I go, pull the brake, and keep a good inside line to be at the apex. There you go. Looks like Team Insportec stay strong and keep pushing in to be entered onto 3rd place in about 8 more to go remaining. Talk about having a perfect time clear line to be on the hillside by entering at the west end session of this course. But now moving on to take the final sector is going to have to take much more slightly inside push to be on the apex. Will have to be clipped in and slided in without losing control of the grip. Come on, just gonna have to keep trying and going down onto the final corner. And Ben in position number 2 with a green SR3 SL will have to take the slipstream at the end of lap number 2 to go back to catch up to Christios in position 1. Now it's lap number 3 and Team Insportec has entered the same lap as well. Going in to dive onto turn 1, press on to take the hairpin at turn 2. Keep closer in, keep a good mindful throttle to be on the gas. Very good, excellent strategy pace. Now in about 0.9 seconds to go remaining for Team Insportec in 3rd place. Gonna have to keep trying and go for the hard rights. Touching in clear by the apex and go build up the slipstream to stay on 1 second before enter to be on the east end session. First sector clear, now go again on to sector number 2. But looks like onto the last minute, Sako Crowley in position 4 is going gang up onto the ropes to catch up to Team Insportec when entering to be on the straightaway session to be on the east end. Side arounds and go for the left, take the right corner and go for the left again. Solid fine smooth tarmac work by having some fine efforts to keep going by going back to be part of the center district. So let's go again and keep going on to sector 3 by the 400 meter to go down the hill towards the west end session to be entered. Better make sure to recognize 3 parts of track is going to be doing some separate to be on Lake Lago Maggiore track to be on the Grand Prix layout to be labeled as a full course. But not to mention because it will be having some 4 car to take the battle to be on the chase. But there they are right now because several racers is going to have to keep trying to be entered to be at the hillside turn at the right corner by entered in sector 3. Better make sure to have the course map to be on the top right screen whenever you see it. And here comes Sako Crowley to take the scene in position number 4 to take on with Team Insportec by struggle in to be well defended to be ongoing at position 3 to be going down onto the final corner at the end of lap number 3. Looks like Christios just barely took the fastest lap time in about 2 minutes 19.371 seconds. Now it's 2 minutes 17.767 seconds to be updated in the fastest lap time. So let's keep it up. Go for lap number 4, take the 90-degree angle at the first turn onto the hairpin at corner number 2. Very nice, much more needed space to have one SR3 SL to stay on the track. No grip, just gonna have to keep passive and find your line and go with the flow for having a one-make race tactic to be in the first round in Season 2 of the Nations Cup as part of the 2022 series for the Gran Turismo World Series. Now, the struggle keep it on to see how Team Insportec will have to catch up in about 2 seconds for Impen in position number 2 by building up with some ongoing defense to catch up onto Christos in first place to be in the lead. Already entered to be on the east end session and presses on to be on the left turn by doing the S's. Will have to go smoothly to be on the apexes. Try to stay strong, don't get caught in the penalty by ignoring the track limit, otherwise it will might have to do a 0.5 or 1 second penalty to be called out by the marshal post. Sector 2 clear. Going in down on to sector 3 after the 400 meter run towards the hillside right corner turn. Hold the brake, here comes the side by side and Sako Crowley overtakes Team Insportec by losing the line and going push-up to be on a side-by-side rush to be going up the hill to be on the west end session. Psycho Crowley moves on in position 3, you guys. He is going stronger and better and much more progression to see how Team Insportec just barely tried to keep its own touch and stay struggled by the endurance. Almost had that chance. Now Team Insportec will have to go for the offense to catch up to Psycho Crowley in position 3 when being overtaken after being preceded by the hillside right turn. But here it comes. Down the corner at the last turn, take the straightaway at the end of lap number 4. Here comes lap number 5 by marked up to be on the halfway mark and about 5 more to go remaining. Let's keep at it and go for the braking position once again at turn number 1. It's Psycho Crowley gonna have to stay on grip a bit because he's going in to take the inside by having a yellow spot before going off the track. Better have to keep a good eyes out if anything happens because the penalty is going to be quite very necessary whenever we have to be very more careful to take the exercise caution during this part of the one-make race competition. Down to the next turn, going straight and take on turn number 7 to be entered at the brake zone. Team Insportec just barely tried to keep holding in by facing for the stronger opponent. And about a few more gap distance to go to catch up to Impin in position 2, you guys. He's going closer while Psycho Crowley takes the push offense to stay at it. As turns are going smoothly and keep a good moderation to have this pedal to the metal to have this much fine pace. Stunning work. Now here comes the slipstream by entered in sector 3. Looks like Impin is in having some situation right now. Gonna have to take much more defense before enter to take the next turn at the hillside right. And there we go. Looks like Impin is slowing down to avoid a sand trap and presses on to go hill climb at the west end. Psycho Crowley is going for the offense, you guys. He's getting closer to Impin in about 1 second by the range of the gap will have to be counted by the decimal. Here comes Sector 4 and keep at it to see 2 of them, including Team UTRS and Sportec, will have to stay strong to be well endurance to keep it holding in. That's how Radical Cars is perfectly to be as a one-make race to be as an ordinary go-kart. Much to be as a 2-seater to be as a street legal track car. Down the hill we go again, going straight, push it up for Team Insportec, you guys. Lap number 6, only 4 more to go remaining until this race is about to be over soon. Keep trying. Psycho Crowley almost barely had that chance to catch up to Impin in about 0.5 seconds to be exactly over by the decimal. Looks like he is very perfectly well to have a competent racer, to have one racer, to have a much fine overtake to take some few strategies during the competition in the first round. It's always about mastering the full course in Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be on the Grand Prix layout to have 3 separate distances, so we have to make sure to be recognized with for any kinds of landmarks depends on the pit lane entry in Gran Turismo 7. But it used to be having one pit lane is all about doing excellent and much more original since GT Sports. So now, here it comes. This wheel might have a fierce battle. We'll have to stay on the lane of the defense before the battle for second place is going in underway. Gonna have to keep a good eye on Psycho Crowley and Impin in position number 2 and 3 by entered in the 3rd sector. 400-meter run is going down onto the hill. Take the hillside right corner and pull the brake. Do the inside apex to step up and go well achieved. That's the ticket. Psycho Crowley is getting closer to Impin, you guys. Doing the same gap distance by over 0.5 seconds. And he is still coming strong to have a nice, excellent, suitable position to be moved on in Sector 4. Alright. Here I go. Gonna have to push it up and kick it to the overdrive. Doing a slight brake. Going last. Going once. Going twice. Apex will be much handling before proceed onto the final corner at the end of lap number 6. And there goes. Psycho Crowley is going in to take action to overtake M-Ben's position number 2 spot, viewers. He is going right at it and move on to be at lap number 7 for only 3 more to go remaining. Awesome, excellent slipstream strategy to go for the mid-speed. Talk about having an all-in-a-day spurt for Psycho Crowley to take position number 3 before moving on in position 2. But that's not all. Team Insportec might have to go for the pushing offense to deal with some series of tight corners. It is all about trying to keep a good pressure on the tires and fuel in case. But it's not over yet, because the battle for second place still going strong for only 2 drivers, including 1 racer who will be joining in to take the battle. Here comes the next turn by entering at the east end. The fans are cheering on for M-Ben to keep it much strong to be well defense. Psycho Crowley goes for the offense, and Team UDRS Insportec is on for the long chase. Keep it coming. This race is all about getting to know about rivals and doing a best race ever since doing sport mode to be on a regular daily race. But now, this part of the content video is all about having a tournament is becoming much more official. But here comes Sector 3 to be at the hillside right corner for Psycho Crowley, M-Ben, and Team UDRS Insportec. In about a few more seconds to go, by 2 seconds, it's going to have to get closer to be on a higher gap. Expect incoming approach to be on the next turn. Sector 3 clear. Move on again at Sector 4. Going de-accelerate. Take that much pressure. Going for the inside. Psycho Crowley is slowing down. Team UDRS Insportec has the opportunity to go overtake at Psycho Crowley in position number 3. Go for the final corner to take the downhill. There you go. Looks like the slipstream is going increased to be on the mid-speed acceleration, viewers. Team Insportec is about to have a comeback before proceed on to lap number 8. But here it comes. Looks like Team Insportec just barely tried to keep an extra space while Psycho Crowley is in the way. Defense is clear successful. Now he's going right at it, viewers. Team Insportec is catching up to Psycho Crowley in position 3 while M-Ben is pushing away from 2 racers. Wonderful. Very much wonderful, and doing an ongoing struggle to be stay well defended. Now, it's the battle for 3rd place will be resumed for the battle. Psycho Crowley is entered on Sector 2 before Insportec will have to take a braking position to be on the inside towards the apex. How brilliant to see how the race turns out to become much more successful during the competition. I bet the bets might have to turn out to become well endorsed by having a hashtag MyGTMoment during the Nations Cup in the first round as part of the 3-day weekend. But hold on, looks like changing up different lanes, Psycho Crowley is going to have to try to keep up to go overtake and build up the speed to catch up to go back onto M-Ben in position 2. Not at all, Team Insportec has got it covered. Now let's go down onto Sector 3, do the same thing, and avoid the sand trap and go uphill by enter to be at the west end. Much more prudent, much more skill, and much more professional racing in the Radical SR3 SL 2013 makes much more perfect, remarkable stunt racing talented to see 3 racers are about to gang right up while the first place driver, Crestios, is still in the lead. But here he is right now. Gonna have to take a good check before enter to be at lap number 9 for the first place driver. he's going right at it, while the other 3 racers are about to go battle out each other to be proceed at the end of the 8th lap. But there it goes again. MBen is about to have another round for Psycho Crowley and Team UDRS Insportec to be at turn number 1 by the 90-degree angle. Brake zones in, apex enter, and take hairpin at the number 2 corner. Alright, so Psycho Crowley is getting closer to MBen, you guys. This race is all about battling against a stronger opponent like never before. And also for having another round for Team Insportec to stay on top to be on the slipstream according to the mid-speed for the BOP regulation. But it still takes time because position number 4 is still currently by the ongoing before 2 racers in position 3 and 2 by entered onto sector 2. But there they go. MBen is going right at it to pack up and go hard for the defense, while Psycho Crowley push in to be on the offense to be at the S turns before proceed on to the next turn. Going hard, going in, and stay on the apex without going off the track. Team Insportec will have to kick back and catch up to Psycho Crowley in MBen before proceed onto the 400-meter run to be down the hill at sector 3. We'll have to do a much more significant chance to see how one blue Radical SR3 SL to have everything to give it all. Come on, I bet that race is going to be quite doing much perfect to be on the highlights. Just you wait and see, and oh boy, looks like MBen is going to get much nearly there towards the next turn by entered onto sector 4. Psycho Crowley might have to take much more gentle and well precise, going in for the apex, take the right turn by the corner, and Psycho Crowley has to take that push and go for the offense to be doing the behind slipstream and switched up to be on the left side. But here they come. MBen and Psycho Crowley slides in to be at the final corner before Insportec will have to take one last push before the final lap is about to begin. But here it comes, you guys. This is going to be it. A final showdown for Psycho Crowley and MBen along with Team UDRS Insportec for the battle for second place. It's going to get much more challenging and do well struggle to be on the chance. Will MBen has to stay strong by keeping going by doing amount of pressure or stay at it to be in position 2. Psycho Crowley will have to do the same by going stronger to be on the offense. And especially for Team UDRS Insportec in the same Radical SR3 SL is going to be ongoing to be staying in position 4. But it's going to get much tougher out there. Looks like Psycho Crowley takes the inside by touching the apex in sector 2. MBen barely tries to keep holding in to be racing around to be entered onto the east end section of the district. But not at all, because Psycho Crowley and Team UDRS Insportec gang up onto each other while follow the chase on MBen at position 2 by doing the S-turns, step up the apex, and go for the safe spot at the tarmac before at the end of the second sector to go build up and increase the acceleration by the mid-speed slipstream to take the chance. Going back up and go climb up onto the 5th gear towards the 6th. It's going to get much closer to see how second place driver could probably have to hold it out last longer before 2 racers in position number 3 and 4 will have to keep pushing in to stay clean and well passive strong. Now let's see how Christos is going to have to stay well defended by the ongoing when in first place. He's getting there, you guys. Looks like final sector for the first place driver to take the podium, and second place for MBen is going to have to take one last stand to be at the last resort before Psycho Crowley steps in and going strategized to be at the most near-death experience to have this most intense race ever yet. And there you go, you guys. Looks like Christos just took the podium by the checker flag by having a first place winner in round 1 in season 2 for the 2022 series of Gran Turismo World Series Nations Cup. What in the most excited ongoing race of all time to be in the World Make race to be featured in the start of season 2. Good job for MBen and Psycho Crowley just finally did it in second and third place by the finish. What in the most awesome race ever yet to see it, you guys. The battle for second place goes to M-Ben to be at the checkered flag. How remarkable to see it. How very remarkable to see M-Ben just keep going strong and well defended while Psycho Crowley finished in third place by the offense. Close call, and that's game. So awesome and very much race well done in the first round for the start of season 2. Now in about 10 seconds left, we go down and doing some standings according to every Gran Turismo racers did a good perfect job to have a number of gap distance for the total time. We'll be doing the number 1 racing highlight of the week. But that's game and competition. I'm so very good at it by driving the Radical SR3 SL. It's all about doing the hard work of racing just like driving a go-kart. But now a 2-seater street legal road car is doing a fine track vehicle is going to be doing a fine one-make race to take the opportunity. I'll take 4th place and doing exactly earnings by 78,271 credits. There you go. Replay saved, and also to have a thumbnail image to be at the pit. Now that's competition, you guys. Now that's a very good Radical one-make race competition indeed. So now, Crestos just barely took a good first position to be at the podium by doing an ongoing defense to stay focused to be at the finish line. But good job, Crestos. You did a good first position to be at the finish line to go for the goal. Second place is M-Ben, along with third place goes to Psycho Crowley. Did a good, marvelous, ongoing battle for every 10 laps. We'll have to step up and go push up to have a most brilliant, epic race of all time. So congratulations, you three. Congratulations, and you did a good job for everything for themselves. Alright, looks like I had to send a message to Christos and M-Ben for doing a good race. I had to leave a good proud message to Psycho Crowley for doing a third place by the finish. But exactly indeed, Christos, this will be your first Nations Cup race. How excited to see this is going to be his first time ever to be racing with us on Gran Turismo 7. Now that's what I call a first beginner's luck, and going pro to have some more experience will have to go for the long way. Tonight's race in the Nations Cup turns out to become harder, challenging, and making your way onto the top 3 position is all about doing a struggle in the Radical SR3 SL 2013 at Autodrome Lago Maggiore to be in the full circuit. But it was a lot of fun out there to have 10 laps. We'll go for the endurance to see how longer it takes to keep up onto each other according to the BOP based on the speed level. Talk about having a mid-speed is doing a perfect moment to have one good chance to catch up to another opponent. But right now, it's going to have to take much more time before tomorrow is the Manufacturers Cup and Porsche Esports Challenge USA for the final round. Let's have a good check for the preview before moving on in round 2 of the Nations Cup. So we have 5 race entry will be available at the time by starting out in 1900 hours through 2300 hours. Now, let's go for the 3 race entry in round 4. Gonna have to be set to be reminder, but starting out in 2000 hours is gonna have to take 1 race entry at a time for only 1 championship event. But I know this is gonna be very hard to take much choice, so better make sure to have 1 event is all about starting out to have 1 lobby to have a time session. Moving on in round 2 for the next race by the event schedule, we're heading up to Deep Forest Raceway for the Gr.4 race car. Also to have a highlight check to be labeled complete. 1 event down, 7 more to go. Now let's go back to the GT garage and get everything to be wrapped this up until gonna have to do 1 roulette ticket will be available. But I know this is going to take much longer for every part of the video that also includes for the roulette ticket for the short amount of time. But anyway, let's go with one 4-star roulette available, and gonna have to save for only 3 by adding up with some more before tomorrow. So let's see which prize should I get. Alright, looks like a Porsche invitation. It'll have to take much more needed to have any invitation for every European manufacturer brands. Expiration date will have to take on 9/11/2022. Okay, let's check onto the car collection and see which vehicle should I have to be purchased. Jaguar F-Type Group 3. Good thing I just went out to be at the Brand Central to purchase many cars, so I could probably have to fill out to have more cars to be collected, but currently in 185. So let's check the quick details. The top of the line version of Jaguar's pure sports car has a distinctive British flair. Very good, much excellent Group 3 race car to have an alternate variation to be colored in purple. Very nice, so gonna have to get myself ready before Manufacturers Cup and Porsche Esports Challenge before tomorrow. I had to do one available race lobby. To have 2 events is going to be very much important by the choice. So let's wrap this up before at the end. Thank you for watching on my video in Gran Turismo 7, folks. I hope you enjoyed. Just go subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notifications on upcoming content videos if you'd like to see. And don't forget to follow me on any social media platforms like DeepNet Art, Instagram, GT Planet, Twitter, and more to see for my own image artwork like UDRS liveries, Total Drama fan art with car liveries, and more whenever you're welcome at any time. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.